Everybody at this point probably heard about ChatGPT. So when you use ChatGPT, it is not using retrieval augmented generation. It is straight up using the language model itself and all the training data that's being used, put behind the language model. So ChatGPT, if you're using GPT 4.0, it's the 4.0 model. If you're using 4, it's the 4, 3.5, etc. So ChatGPT is essentially a wrapper of the language model itself. It hallucinates, right? If you ask it questions that it's not confident about, it could sound confident in its response, but sometimes it makes things up. And if your use case involves really high accuracy, retrieval, like if you're using it for academic purposes, right? Or if you're using it to retrieve some sensitive technical documentation within your organization. Well, for one, that information is probably not available inside ChatGPT because the documentation wasn't used in ChatGPT's training. And two, just the sheer amount of training data that went in and the lack of fine tuning would cause responses to be hallucinated. It'll lie, it'll make things up. Retrieval augmented generation will anchor the language model on top of a body of context that you provide. And so why is this important for enterprises? Well, enterprises, ChatGPT is only useful at a surface level because data within enterprise is very well protected. It resides within, internal knowledge libraries that are kept siloed from the outside world. If you want to leverage that knowledge the same way you use ChatGPT, you need a way to ingest that knowledge into the language model. The way to do it is through retrieval augmented generation. So the response of the AI will then be specifically based off of your knowledge base versus a generic one that's just trained on the internet at large. So that's why retrieval augmented generation is useful to enterprise.